The only equipment you might possibly need tonight is a short resistance band and a slidey floor. So hopefully you've got your mat on your laminated floor. If you haven't, poly pockets or some plastic sheeting of some sort will help slide those feet. So we're going to move now into our lower back stretch. So I'm going to open the door. We're going to use the door frame to provide the resistance. Put our hands at the top and then literally lean back into it. And what we're going to do is going to go down for a count of 3. And then back up. Yes. Okie doke, there's 1. Pull back. 2. And 3. There's 2. And 3. Feel that stretch. And down again. And 4. And back up again. And 5. Nice long stretch. Pushing your bottom out as you go. 6. I've done 5, Poppy, you've listened to me. And 7. So a nice rhythm. We're just working our way up and down the door frame. And 8. 9. And back down again for the last one. And 10. Really feel that stretch coming all the way up my left side. So I'm just going to swap sides of the door frame. So starting up nice and high, sticking my bottom out through it. And I'm just going to walk down. Oops. There's 1. And all the way down. There's 2. Feel that stretch. And 3. And you're probably wondering what this is if you've only just tuned in. And 4. Feel that stretch. If you need to alter the position of your feet or the way you're sticking your bottom out to get a better stretch, make sure you do. That's 5. All the way down. Feel that weight pulling into 6. And down we go. 7. Hopefully you're not going to pull the door frame off. 8. And down. 9. Fantastic. Now we're going to do the rainbow stretch. So the rainbow stretch is very similar in the fact that you're going to use the door frame for that resistance. You're going to take your feet and stand quite close to the door frame, probably about 6 inches away with you, and then you're going to cross over your inside leg and lean out and then reach across. There's 1. And 2. So you get a really good stretch right the way down the side of your body, deep into the hip and pelvis. And 4. And 5. Nice smooth action. And 6. And 7. 8. Lovely jubbly. 9. And 10. And then we're going to go up to the other side. I'm going to turn away from you for this one. Okay, stand quite close to the door. Put your hand on the frame. It's more difficult here. Okay, reach across, that's 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Feel that stretch going deep into the hip as well. And 10. Well done. Okay. And from here then we're just going to go into the chest stretch. What you're going to do with the chest stretch is you can either do it on the floor or you can remain standing. Get into a T position against the wall and just lift your arm out as far behind you as comfortable. There's 1. And again, 10 on each side, 2, 3, so you're using the muscles to pull it out, 4, it's called reciprocal inhibition, 5, 6, keep it nice and slow and controlled, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we've done 10 of everything today. And swap sides. 1, keep your chest against the wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that is most of the warm-up done. We're now going to move on to the floor to do the core conditioning exercises. Hi Brian, be really careful with these conditioning exercises. They're not putting any strain on your lower back. We're going to make sure that we keep those as safe as possible while strengthening them so that we don't injure them later on. So these exercises are really, really good for rehabilitation because they're not putting, hopefully, too much pressure on those weakened muscles. And a lot of the time we get injuries because the muscles are weak and we stretch them thinking it's just because they're tight, but we need to sort out any muscle imbalances that we've got. So hopefully we're nice and warmed up. So what I'm going to do now is just reposition the camera so all being well you can view everything more effectively. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is Supermans. So what I want to do with the Supermans ideally is lift the legs and lift the upper body, and then just for a count of 2. If your back is bad, you can just lift the legs or just lift the upper body. It's up to you. So depending on where you feel the strain. Now I'm finding it a little bit more in my mid-back. I think it was a little bit excessive trampolining yesterday. So you just work with what you've got. We're going to do 12 of these. We're going up for 2 and down for 2. So a nice controlled movement. Pick whichever suits you. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Take 2 seconds to go up. 2, down 2. That's 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. 2 more. 11. And 12. So maintaining good body posture throughout. So we're going to do those again. So we're going to do another set of 12 of those. Remember, you can just lift the bottom half or just the top half, whichever suits you, or all of it, all your body. Okay, nice controlled movements. Got 30 seconds rest there. So you've probably got about 10 left. Hopefully you've had a really good day. Mine's been a little bit too much on the computer today. I always get really cold when you're on the computer. Okie dokie. 3, 2, 1. Up we go again. There's 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Keep the tension throughout. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done, that's those over and done with. Hopefully you're still with me and nobody's damaged. Now this is where you needed a slidey floor. We're really focusing again on engaging our transverse abdominis. So this is the muscle that wraps from our lumbar spine right the way around our waist, so it'll tuck everything in. So we're doing mountain climbers. So some of you will have done mountain climbers in the past. Get into a plank position and you step forward. Okay, with these ones we're really focusing on engaging that core. So what we're going to do is you literally slide and back. But I want your feet to stay on the floor. Okay, we're going to do 12 on each leg. Okay, just doing one leg at a time. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Just slide it to the elbow. There's 1, 2, 3, nice and slow and controlled. 4, 5, keep nice steady core. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So slow and controlled. Well done. Have a breather, and then we're going to move on to the other side. Whew. You can really feel those obliques here working. But because we're sliding the foot, we are purely using our core, and we're not throwing hip flexor work into it. Okay, are we ready for the other side? Okay, up we get into plank position. 3, 2, 1, slide is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, don't let the hips drop, 11, and last one, and 12. And relax. We're going to do another set of 12 on each leg for that. Okay, loosen off the shoulders. Holding yourself in that position can be quite hard work, especially if you did last night's swim session. Seemed to really waken up my shoulders, that's for sure. Right, let's have a look. Probably got 15 seconds rest left. Put your thumbs up if you're enjoying, if you're taking part, or if you're just watching. Eat your biscuits, have your cup of tea, think about doing it later. Okay, back in position. I'm doing my right side first, trying to get that knee all the way to your elbow. There's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, try not to speed it up, 11, and 12. Well done. Have a breather. I'm going to come round. My leg was clunking a lot on the first one. But I'm going to try and make sure I get all the way to that elbow. So you keep a beady eye on me. Give your hands a shake if they're a little bit stiff from holding you up. Get into the plank position. 3, 2, 1. Elbow up. There's 1, 2. Clunking every time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now your core shouldn't be moving at all. 7, 8. Engage it. 9, 10. I'm not sure if you can hear the clank. 11, and 12. Well done. They're done. Whew. You can forget about those for a moment. But now, however, we're going to be moving on to the side plank. What we're going to do with the side plank is we're going to be raising and lowering. So we're not just going to stay in one position. If you've got your slidey floor, you might well want to just do a half plank. Okay, with a bent knee. Because if you've got your socks on, it's going to be hard for you to get up with the other, with your feet out. Okay, we'll give ourselves a couple of seconds. Another 10, another 5. What we're going to do is we're going to go up and down. So it's going to be a moving side plank. 3, 2, 1, and up and down, and up and down. 3, 4, we've got 12 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done. Fantastic. Really well done. Over onto the other side. Again, you can do a half plank or the full plank. It's up to you. I like to place my hand behind. It stops me falling forwards. Up we go. And there's 1. And 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you should really be feeling it down there, 8, 9, 10, 11, whoop, and last one, 12. When I say last one before we move on to the other side. We have 30-second breather, so 20 seconds. So I'll just sit here and chit chat with you. Certainly warming up. You've got 10 seconds left. If you've got your drink with you, have a little drink now. Well, you can before we start to lift. We're going up in 3, 2, 1, and up we go. There's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And over to the other side. I don't know, every time I say that I have to do a bit of an Orson Welles kind of voice. Over to the other side. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, another 12. We go, there's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Brilliant. Superb. Now we've got Pac-Mans. I'll do this side first, just for change of scenery. So Pac-Mans, we bring our feet in. Place your hand on your pelvis, because I don't want you to rock back, and that's just going to help you feel where it is. You've got about 15 seconds left. Keep your heels together, and you just lift and close. So we're going to do 12 of those on each side and 2 sets of those. Going in, 3, 2, 1. Just open and close. There's 1. And 2. 3. Don't let your pelvis go back. 4. 5. Using those glute muscles. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. So not too bad. Forgot to say, if you wanted to for these, you can use your band. I'm going to do it in the next set. Obviously, if I do it for this half of the other set, I'll have wonky glutes. Probably most of these wonky anyway, but I'd rather not if I can help it. Okay, so once again, going in 3, 2, 1. There's 1. And 2. Keep that whole core engaged. And 3. And 4. 5. Don't let it rock back. 6. Use those muscles to lift. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. And if you're using the bands, it's not a massive amount of resistance that you're looking for. Okay, you're just going to literally Put the bands around your knees, and that'll just add that little bit of resistance if you're finding this quite easy. Some of you may be feeling a little bit crampy in here. Don't worry about it. Don't do anything that's pushing you to a point where you are cramping, because unfortunately it'll damage the muscle tissue. Our 30 seconds is up, and off we go. There's one. Oh, a nice bit of resistance. And 2. Keep that pelvis in line. 3, 4. Engage that core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, nice and controlled, and 12. So a nice little bit of resistance there. I can feel my glutes working that little bit harder. Swap sides. Okay, 3, 2, 1, up we go. There's 1, and 2. Hips it on top of each other, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, 9, 10, finding it now, 11, and 12. Well done. Fabulous. And all we've got left are 2 30-second planks. So what we're going to have the plank in as if we're down on the triathlon bars, on your tri bars, on your bike. We are working on supporting this, but I want you to really think about your transverse abdominis and how your pelvic tilt is. So, okay, don't want your bottom sticking up, don't want a hollow in the lower back, I want a nice flat back. I want you to think about zipping up from your pubic bone to your ribs. Okay, so you're going to give a little dish kind of shape. Alright, keeping your hands in line, head into the plank position. We're only holding it for 30 seconds for each one. So I want perfect technique, no excuses. Okay. Ooh, starting with stopwatch. 3, 2, 1, in position, off we go. My eyesight is dreadful today, so arms flat, keeping them underneath your shoulders the whole time. Tummy is tucked in as if it's a little zip. Think about pulling your shoulder blades together, so don't let them arch around, go around like a big arch. Got 10 seconds left. Head in line, nice and neutral. Shoulder blades down. Tummy tucked in. And relax. Well done. So really the way we put those together, the way we position it, what we're thinking about doing with our muscles is so, so important. Make sure that tummy is zipped up. Those abdominal muscles that come all the way down here, that is their job. Their job is to keep you tight and to keep that pelvic tilt right. Transverse abdominis is to suck us in. I'm afraid we have to go again. In 3, 2, 1, tuck it tight. Zip it up. Your arms solid, with your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Tuck it in, breathing in. Feel it being wrapped. Don't let your top back or your upper back round over. Keep it going and relax. Well done. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is your session. We have finished for this evening. It was, as I promised, short and sweet, not too much waffle. Any questions or anything you'd like to know about coaching, training, the packages that I offer, then please comment below. Also, if you've got any questions at all about injuries, rehabilitation, if you put the comments below, then I can tailor make some of these videos to help you, which will hopefully help lots of other people who've got the same sorts of questions. Thanks once again for joining us. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, subscribe and share, for some stretching exercises that will help you to unwind after your training. Okay, thanks very much. Hope to see you tomorrow. There'll be a bike and a dry land swim session tomorrow. Fingers crossed you'll be able to join me for some of it. Take care now. Bye bye.